She grew up in a bustling home in Marseille, part of a large Nigerian family. Vibrant, loud, full of life on the surface, their culture a vivid thread in a European city. When she was very young, just 5, her mother took her to a lively Pentecostal church for a year. She remembers the spirited singing, the feeling of community, the simple Bible stories. Little seeds of something sacred planted before the world turned harsh. But when a deep family tragedy struck her mother, that connection to faith was severed, and a shadow fell over their home. Life became a landscape of fear. Her mother, lost in an ocean of private grief, turned her pain outwards, and Amara's childhood was marked by harsh words and a heavy hand. She learned to be small, to be quiet. Her father, a man who could be so loving and kind, was a powerful figure in the city's hidden underbelly, a world of high-stakes smuggling that brought them comfort and danger in equal measure. He was often gone, a loving phantom. At 14, desperate to flee the suffocation of home, she made choices that pulled her further from shore, choices that made her father look at her with a disappointment that cut deeper than any anger. His words, "Is that all you think you're worth?" would echo for years. Then, at 15, the storm hit with full force. Her father was violently taken from them, a casualty of the dangerous world he navigated. Amara saw the news flash, the chaos, the end of life as she knew it. Their family, once a vibrant tapestry, unraveled. Each of them was cast adrift into their own sea of darkness. Amara found herself in a damaging relationship, pregnant far too young, her education abandoned. She felt utterly alone. At 18, looking for survival and a sense of control, she was drawn into the glittering, treacherous currents of Marseille's nightlife, working in exclusive clubs where powerful, dangerous men moved. She learned to use her striking beauty, her tall, curvy figure 8 form, her rich brown skin, her wits, becoming a captivating figure, but her heart grew cold as the city's ancient stone. She partied hard, chasing numbness, neglecting the little girl who needed her. The pain of that time still washes over her. A friend, caught in her own terrifying spiritual battles, pulled Amara towards an unexpected door, a small, quiet church they found one day. A simple prayer offered a moment of peace, a pinprick of light in the overwhelming darkness. But the allure of their old life, the dysfunction, was a powerful tide. Still, something had taken root. The glamour of the club started to look cheap. The energy felt wrong. The money wasn't worth the slow death of her soul. She tried to build a normal life. Then, a friend who had found her own way out of that life started talking to her about a different kind of love, a different path. Amara was wary, cynical, but she went to a church meeting. It was alive, full of joy, so different from anything she'd known. She kept going, one foot still in her old world. A stark message about eternal choices finally broke through her defenses. At 23, terrified but sincere, she gave her life to God. She burned brightly for this new faith, but the journey was far from over. There were stumbles, deep falls, a marriage to a man who also claimed faith, entered into with hope, ended in betrayal while she was pregnant with their second child. The temptation to give up was immense, but a deeper conviction held her. Bitterness tried to take root. How could this happen again? But a loving pastor from her past reached out, reminding her she wasn't judged, she was loved. Her fire for God was rekindled, stronger this time, tempered by pain. Yet more relational missteps, including with someone in a position of spiritual leadership who misused her trust. God gently, firmly showed her that wasn't his way. She realized she needed a season of healing, of singleness, though the thought terrified her. Another marriage, built on well-meaning but misguided prophecies, crumbled quickly, leaving her feeling like a failure in every way at 33. Her older daughter, seeing the chaos, distanced herself. Is this it? She wondered. Am I too broken? A wise counselor helped her see that God wasn't finished with her, that all those shattered pieces of her life could be gathered, remade. Machi learned the difference between spiritual gifts and true spiritual fruit. New pastors embraced her, saw her heart, and gave her a chance to lead, to share her story. And she did. Her book, perhaps titled Gathered by Grace, told of her journey. Her pain found purpose. She spoke. She ministered. She helped other women navigate their own storms after years of dedicated singleness, of pouring herself into serving God. She met the man who is now her husband, a good man, also with a story of redemption, who walked into her church. Their life together, with her daughters, is a testament to restoration. Amara learned that God is a rescuer, a healer, a loving father who sees the treasure even when we feel like wreckage. Her life now is about reflecting his love, knowing that even when the seas are rough, his grace is an anchor for the soul. If he could gather her shattered pieces, he can gather anyone's.